India has got 326 runs in their quota of 50 overs. 327 is the target that South Africa would be chasing. But even the bigger news, because it is now a world record, Virat Kohli has equaled Sachin Tendulkar's record of most ODI tons in the history of the sport. 49 is where Sachin Tendulkar was on top of the pile, and now joining him is another Indian in Virat Kohli. So that was the 100 that he got, based on which India have managed to breach the 300-run mark. And if you take a look at both these batters, that is Sachin Tendulkar and Virat Kohli, both certified greats of the sport. So that's been an outstanding day. So you'd remember this particular date, that is the 5th of November 2023, when Virat Kohli equaled Sachin Tendulkar's record. Must also remember, this is Virat Kohli's birthday, and what better way to celebrate your birthday than by getting to a world record. If you take a look at Virat Kohli's career, especially after 2013, when he was in absolute fine form, it was never a question of whether he will reach 49 or not. It was always a question of when he was going to get to this landmark. And as it happened, it is on his birthday, his 31st birthday to be precise, when he reached this landmark of 49 tons. If you take a look at both these players, that is Sachin Tendulkar and Virat Kohli, you will notice that about 277 innings is what Virat Kohli took to reach to that landmark. And Sachin Tendulkar, on the other hand, had a total of 452 ODI innings, so a lot more than Virat Kohli to reach 49 ODIs. However, that said, you must also keep into account that the conditions, the rules, the balls that were used, all of it was very different for majority of Sachin Tendulkar's career. And Virat Kohli, of course, played in a different era. But one thing that's pretty common between Virat Kohli as well as Sachin Tendulkar is the fact that both of them, during their era, during their time, have been head and shoulders above any other batsman in world cricket in terms of their performance in one-day cricket. Of course, the same can be extended to their performances in other formats, but since we are focusing on ODI cricket, since we are focusing on the record that has been notched up by Virat Kohli today, so ODI cricket and comparisons in ODI cricket is what we are looking at. So a birthday boy getting to that record 100. If you see his performance today, 101 not out in 121 deliveries. That included 10 fours and no sixes at all, at a strike rate of 83.5. 327, that is the target that South Africa would be chasing when they come out to bat very shortly at the Eden Gardens. India, remember, started off very well in this game. In the first 5 odd overs, they had breached the 50-run mark. They were well above 10 and over. But from there on, then they lost their 2 openers in Rohit Sharma. Shortly afterwards, Shubman Gill. But it was the partnership between Virat Kohli and Shreyas Iyer that really set the foundation for India to go past the 300-run mark, which they eventually did. Okay, joining us live on the program is our cricket analyst in Robin Uthappa. Robin, looking at Virat Kohli's 100, fair to say it was never a question of if he will reach, it was always going to be when.
Yep, it was always about when it's going to happen. And you saw it today, as in on a difficult track that was not easy to bat on. I'm quite surprised the track in Eden Gardens was a really grafty one, but kudos to the master. I think just the way he batted, the way he held his nerve, the way he read the wicket, the way he batted through those middle overs, something only the caliber of a Virat Kohli can do, and do it repeatedly over a period of years, what better way to equal the record of Sachin Tendulkar than on his birthday? It's an incredible moment for him.
Fair to say a lot of pressure is going to be off him. I know that he revels in pressure situations, but surely because there was so much talk, it would be weighing heavily on his mind. Once he gets to now that 49th 100, record equaling 100, a lot of pressure off his shoulders?
I don't think he thinks personally so much about the hundreds, and I think once you get that many, I think you tend to believe that it's just a matter of time. So I don't know if it'll be pressure off his back, but it'll be a proud moment for him for sure. I think he'd be very proud of the fact that he was able to do what he did and score 100 along the way for his country against one of the best side in this World Cup today. And I think he'll be very proud of himself. And I think when the match is over and he sits back in his room, he'll go back in time thinking about when he began, and he'll be able to touch bases on a lot of milestones and be very grateful for this moment. And rightfully so, as in he deserves it for all the work that he's put in over the years. He absolutely deserves to cherish this moment and many more that he's going to experience over the years.
One, Robin, it is, of course, a record equaling 100, but you always want to look at each 100 in terms of the quality that it produced. What did you make of the 100 today, keeping in mind the conditions, the oppositions, in fact, even the occasion being a World Cup game at the Eden Gardens?
Well, a momentous one, to be honest. I think just the way he paced his innings was great. He played. It was always going to be difficult, right? And I think after the 10 overs, after you saw the spinners bowling between 10 and 20, and then 20 and 30, you saw the wicket and you felt like this partnership between Shreyas Iyer and Virat Kohli is going to be so crucial for India to get to 200, 325 to between 320 and 340. And you wanted to score that much at Eden Gardens, given the fact that dew is going to play a factor. It hasn't come yet, but it certainly could. And when it does come, it can change the complexion of the game, can change the complexion of the wicket, the way the ball comes onto the bat can change. So you wanted that score, and to be able to score that, I think he used the cognizance that was present there while he batted was tremendous. I thought the fact that he understood that for a new batter, it's not going to be easy. They're going to take some time to get in, get set, get that body used to the pace of the wicket, and then score the runs. And so he had to wait, and he had to not take too many risks. And you saw that. The risks were minimal today, played to the merit of the ball, did what was available and possible based on the wicket that was available today. And the fact that he's got that flexibility in his game to be able to play that range is what makes him, I think, the greatest ODI batter to have ever played.